boy, we in here.
Football Power Hour.
Hold on. Let me run the intro real quick. I don't know if the sound is working. I've just been having so many technological issues.
Football Power Hour.
Is the sound working? It is! Is Man United winning? Are we finally online? Is Ruben Amorim cooking? Oh, we love it. Did we score from a set piece routine? Is life being a Manchester United fan feeling good again? Yo, big up to everybody that is in the building. It's Monday. It's Bots Bold. Get out of here, Costa. Get out of here. Yo, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Africa, stand up. Is it time for Africa? Do you guys realize that the Africans at Man United are performing? I'm talking about Andre Onana. I'm talking about Mazarawi. I'm talking about Ahmad. It's a madness that Eric Ten Hag, talking about bold Costa, it's a madness that Eric Ten Hag denied us Amad Diallo. How can you go shopping at Ajax when we have Amad Diallo here? Come on, man. Guys, and also, Fabrizio got a few things wrong. Fabrizio really gets things wrong. But let me see. Fabrizio, I have the evidence. Fabrizio Romano, transfer guru. I think he said sometime in July, right? That's when we got the here we go for Joshua Zirkzee. But guess what? Fabrizio was wrong because Zirkzee finally arrived yesterday.
Here we go.
Zirkzee is now a Manchester United player. He is settled in. He got his 2 goals, and that felt so good. I was so excited for him. So big up to Joshua Zirkzee, first of all. Big up to the whole Manchester United squad. We're gonna do what we always do after every Man United game: talk about each player, give them a performance grade, a performance remark, and also, give our opinions and thoughts on just how the manager did and how the team did as a team after we do the individual performances. So my name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour, and come on, man, have you hit the like button yet? Bonds gets an E. E for exceptional, I hope. Yale says E is too nice. This is an F. Hey. My apologies, guys. Go, Man United, says Joe Isaacs. I appreciate you for being in the building. I appreciate Stephanie as well, says 3 Africans. A's. All the Africa, A for being African, Andre the Giant, Amad Diallo, and Mazraoui, Mr. Consistent. Come on. Mr. Mo Ahmad, double assister. Guys, I don't think we realize the talent that we have in Amad Diallo. Fine. It's just been a few games, but this is not a brand new surprise. The guy, even during preseason, was the standout performer. The guy has been really showing just snippets of exceptional showing exceptional moments, exceptional, like, displays, wearing a red shirt. And I want to just give the flowers, first of all, to Ahmad Diallo. And I think everybody in the Man United fan base will agree that this guy gets an A plus 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 plus. And that's what Kenny Fan TV, even he put more pluses, because this guy is becoming immense. And yesterday, in yesterday's discussion, and the good, bad, and ugly, I actually just stumbled up. I called him the metronome of our attack. When that ball goes to the right, usually a metronome, the vibe setter, the how would you call it? Like the person that like sets the tempo of the attacks is something that you'd attribute to a central midfielder or defensive midfielder. But there was something about Amad Diallo that just feels like the team knows that you give him the ball, there'll be quality. He'll either choose the moment to really take on the opposition fullback, or keep the ball cycling, still dribble a little bit, but keep the ball ticking, keep the possession circulating. And that is so important in having like that sort of outlet up front. It's not just somebody dictating the play, dictating our rhythm from deep. So, you know, I wrongfully used the word, because I was in my Ahmad bag and went to the extent that of calling him, because I was trying to banter and I was trying to get a provoke a reaction from somebody in the discussion, and I said Black Messi, but he's nowhere near Messi, nowhere near the accolades that Messi has achieved, and nowhere near the importance that Messi had to Barcelona. But it was giving, Messi-ish kind of vibes. And that's what I want to, I hope that you can pick up from what I'm putting down. I'm not saying by no means he's Lionel Messi, but he's Lionel Ahmad. Lionel Diallo, come on, man. Let the African boy shine. Big up to everybody that's tuned in, by the way. Don't forget to hit the like button. 10 people are watching and 8 likes. We have 2007 agents in the house. Please hit the like button. I Constant. No. I said it. I'm not saying he's Messi. I am not saying he's Messi, but I hope you get the larger point that I'm trying to say about him being a sort of like a rhythm setter as a forward player, which is, well, he's playing from a wingback position, but he's still affecting the play offensively to the extent that he's the guy that created the most chances. He's the guy that had the most tackles. How does he do this? This guy is just special. He is special. All right, let me pull out the spreadsheet real quick. While I do that, I'm gonna share the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join me for this. I'm at Diego Dallo. Joe Isaacs was too far. You see that. Ahmad Diego Dallo. That's his new name. Joe Isaacs, I don't agree with it, but I like it. That's too reckless. The price of crack has gone down, by the way. No. Ah, all right. Mark says, "Yep, you wanted to cook Mark and real good, but that one didn't work well." Uh, wait. When I was trying to provoke a reaction from him, and then he called me out in the good, bad, and ugly. Said, "I this guy called him Black Messi," But I don't want to dwell on it. I am not saying he is Messi, but he is giving Messi vibes, if you get what I'm saying. All right. First things first. Link is in the chat. Kindly hit the like button if you're just pulling up. I appreciate you. And let's talk. Let's talk player by player, starting with the African Andre the Giant. Come on, this guy. I am so happy about Onana, guys. I am. I, you know, it got to the point where I was worried that will he survive Manchester United? And guess what? Andre is more than surviving Manchester United. Andre Onana is holding together Manchester United in some of his performances because versus Ipswich, I'm glad that the coach gave him his um his flowers and said, you know, if it wasn't for Onana, we would have lost the game versus Ipswich. So big shout out to him. And if it wasn't for Onana yesterday, also Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have actually, you know, in the 85th minute, he would have scored. And this was a point blank um, um, save or save from point blank range, if you get what I'm saying. That has to be applauded because guess what? We got a clean sheet. Yo, all right. Yale is on the way home, so I hope Yale you can like listen into the conversation. I just saw Court Star backstage and he disappeared, but guess what? Have no fear, cause Bali Tech is here.
Me in the building.
In the building, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm just happy that we've started to put teams to the sword again. It's been a long time. And I think, yeah,
Yes.
all the Man United fans have been very, very patient. And now we're only getting what we deserve. Reckless victories on the pitch.
We totally deserve that, bro. Let's go straight into it. Andre Onana. How do you assess his performance? How do you what grade do you give him?
Well, Andre the Badman Onana. First of
Mhm.
all,
Yes.
honorable mention because before he came to the club, I was told black people can't play in goal. I was told black goalkeepers are dodgy.
No.
I was told that the way he comes out of goal, he's gonna help us concede goals. He's gonna be scoring on goals. He's gonna be losing the ball in the midfield. I was told
Yes.
all of these things.
Yes.
Um, or I was told by some people who act like they're top reds that we don't need a goalkeeper who can play with their feet. We just need a goalkeeper who can stay in the goal and just save shots. And in
Mm,
my head, I was thinking, but the game has moved on since then.
mm,
Goalkeepers,
the game keeps on evolving, Bali Tech. Pep
yes,
Guardiola's tactics are now outdated, so you gotta keep. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
yes. And from what I've seen, in my own opinion,
Yeah.
Andre Onana is the best goalkeeper on the ball in the world. In the world. Yeah. He's the best goalkeeper on the ball. Yeah. He's the most press resistant keeper that is on the world stage right now. And he has not been getting the plaudits, yeah, for his abilities, yeah. It's only now that people are like, oh, this goalkeeper's all right, you know, this goalkeeper's all right. But it's I've been defending him since last season, saying, do you know what? It's not all entirely his fault. He's actually facing like 20 to 30 shots a game. Yeah. He's facing more shots than any other keeper. So
In the world though, like hold on, you're making me scratch my head and be like, okay, so what about Champions League goalkeepers? Has there been any standout goalkeeper? I can't think of any right now,
there
bro.
might be there might be some keepers that are good at saving shots, but I'm talking about with the ball at their feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andre Onana is exceptionally gifted and talented. Remember, this is a kid that he was in the Barcelona Youth Academy as a keeper.
Mm,
Yeah. This guy has got pedigree. Yeah. He
mm,
went to Ajax. He won titles. He went to Inter,
yeah.
got into the Champions League final, was winning things over there.
Yeah.
Came to Man United. This is a proven keeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't just buy some random guy that we thought might be good. We bought somebody who we believe to be the finished article.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So So, it's only right that he gets his flowers. And do you know what? In
Yeah.
my opinion, he's been our player of the season so far. He's been
Ooh.
the most consistent player in the team, despite the fact that we've had a manager sacked and the team hasn't really performed that well. He is number one consistent player, then after is Mazraoui in the
Mm,
team.
mm.
Those two have pretty much played well every game. How many times have people sat back and said, "Oh, if it wasn't for Onana, then we might not have won this match." It's
Yeah.
got to the point now where even the manager's now calling it out.
Mm,
Yeah, we
mm.
we, we should have done this, we should have done that. Onana kept us in the game. We've been hearing this all season. He's
Yeah.
got the most clean sheets,
Yeah.
and respectively, I believe he's got one of the most saves out of all keepers. And Man United, I believe, have the second best defensive record.
Yes,
So
that is true.
only second to Liverpool, who's on the top of the table. So considering where we are in
Mm.
the league, that tells you that we have the baddest keeper on road.
Come on, man. That deserves an air horn because yeah, bro. Like I was bigging him up, but like you really big him up, and I feel like it's gonna be a solid A. Even though, let's talk about the game. All right. You gave the context of everything, his pedigree, where he's been, what he can offer, but assessing the game versus Everton, he had very little to do other than the opening like 25 minutes, and then like that last minute, 85th minute, Dominic Calvert-Lewin save, so with all those things in mind, like what grade do you think is deserving for Onana?
I give him an A. Do you know why? Because you know the best teams here, the
Mm.
keeper might not make that many saves, but the onus is on that keeper to maintain his concentration, even though he can pull up an air mattress and start sleeping in the goal. Yeah.
True.
So the onus is on that guy to make sure that you're not gonna face that many shots in the game.
Yeah.
But the shots that you do face, we expect the saves to be of a world class sort of level. And
Yeah.
this is what he's been doing every game.
Yeah. So it's a solid A. It's a solid A. I cannot disagree with that. I think yeah. And also like he's just what I like is just the confidence that he brings from the back, that everybody is just sort of like not thinking a bozo moment is gonna happen, even though he does take risks, but he's definitely I was just looking up to see the number of saves that he's made, and big up Yali. I was doing the exact same thing as Bali was talking, and he's number 11 last season, like number 11 in terms of shots saved, right? So he's not having to save a lot of shots. Like if you look at the highest, the goalkeeper that is saving the most shots right now is Brentford's Flecken, you know, and he's saved like 60 something, and Onana is on 30 something shots that he's had to save. So this is really good. It's a testament to our defense, and how we're actually like defending better as a team. It's not just Onana, but as you said, as you pointed out, the goalkeeper has to be there and alert the moment the team needs him. It's not sometimes about, saving as many shots as possible, but it's about saving the shots when you're required to do so. So, yeah, all right. 35 saves he's made so far this season, to be exact. Compared to number one is Flecken, who's got 62, which is crazy.
But
Uh,
one thing as well, yeah, you see the quality of the saves, yeah.
yeah.
There's times when you look at some chances that the opposition have had, and you
Mhm.
think, oh wow, I can't believe they haven't scored that.
Yeah.
These are the type of saves that this guy is pulling off.
Mm.
Double saves, penalty saves, everything.
Oof.
Like this guy he's just been oozing quality this season. Oozing.
Come on. All right. We can't disagree on that one. I think everybody believes that what's Onana's GA. Well, talk to the doctor about that one, Javid. already Onana already on 8 assists. Nah, Box. Please stop sniffing the glue. Okay, so let's go to another member of the defense. I think we'll start with Licha, who got a yellow card. But what do you think of his performance, Lissandro Martinez?
Decent performance. I don't think we've got the Leacher of the first season.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and maybe some of the injuries have taken its toll over a period of time. And obviously, maybe not being fully fit, flying to South America, coming back, and
yeah,
all of these things. So, he's, in my opinion, he started the season a bit slow. He hasn't been terrible,
yeah, yeah,
but we know what he's capable of.
yeah,
And he right now he's not that guy. Like he's actually letting other defenders usurp his position of being the best defender at the club. So
yeah.
when I'm looking at the likes of the lit, when I'm looking at the likes of Mazraoui there
Mhm.
playing at a slightly higher level than him right now.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. He's not the leacher that we know he can be. But so far, like I think in that performance, like he the yellow card that he got, which was his fifth, right, making him unavailable for the next match versus Arsenal. Like he dragged down that player, might have been Beto, I believe, for Everton. And other than that, like for me, like he had a good performance, like very, very good pass accuracy. Actually, when you look at the stats, it's 96% accurate passes. And from those passes, he did have five passes into the final third from a defensive position, which is kind of really good. And this is what I feel like we might miss a little bit versus Arsenal, because maybe I believe probably Luke Shaw will take his position, and Luke Shaw is all right too on the ball. But those threaded passes, bro, that's what we're gonna miss from Licha
I,
versus.
I don't. If Luke Shaw's playing, I have no doubt that Luke Shaw can pass the ball in the same
Yeah.
way, if not better. I think Luke Shaw's a better passer, in my opinion. Like I
Okay.
think his passing ability is underrated. In
Okay.
fact, yeah, every time I've seen him come on as a sub, I'm thinking, whoa, where was all of this before? So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we're going to lose anything in terms of quality when he comes on. I think my only fear is can the guy stay fit? I
All right.
think that's my only thing with Luke Shaw. So it's unfortunate because I didn't actually think it was a yellow card. I thought that was a harsh yellow card from the referee
Mhm.
because if you look at it, the replay properly, it
Yeah.
looked like the guy just threw himself to the ground, to be honest
Well,
with
there
you.
was contact, and it was a technical, like.
Yeah, but if I make contact with you, does that
Yeah.
mean it's a foul? Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if I if
right
I
in
if I
attacking
if I if
position.
I if I if I if I sort of put my hand up to
Yeah.
hold you, and then my hand sort of brushes across your arm, does that mean and you go down? Does that mean it's a yellow card? Yellow
It,
card we're talking about.
it was a technical foul, and bro, even if
I
you
don't
just
know, man. I don't know.
only take that
Go
one
go
was
watch it. Go
real.
watch it again. That's what I'm saying. I saw the
Okay.
replay and I
Yeah.
was going mad when I saw the replay. At first, I thought, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's just fouled him." But then when I saw the replay,
Yeah.
it looked like he hardly even touched him.
Mm,
I'm not saying he never touched him. I'm
yeah.
saying it looked like he hardly touched him.
Yeah.
So the idea that that's a yellow card blows my mind. I'm not gonna lie
I
to you.
think it's the significance of what that touch is, because like Beto was through, he was through. And if whether it's like a little nug, little slight little push, like if you get somebody off balance and they are on their attacking phase, then you deserve to be reprimanded. And
But
now, like,
players will just go down though. Players will just go
oh,
down just
well,
because.
well, not if they know that they're really through. Like if they're really through, like you gotta stay on your feet and get that one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But I hear you. So all that being said, is okay. What we know that he got the yellow card, right? Whether it was his fault or not. What grade should we give Lissandro Martinez?
I would give Lissandro a C.
Hmm. Even though we got a clean sheet, brother.
Yeah, decent. These I just can't put him on a higher rating than I'm putting De Ligt on because De Ligt was. I felt like he performed better than him. So, but I
Okay.
don't want to give De Ligt. I don't want to give De Ligt an A. I want to give him a B.
A B. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm not mad at that. C for Martinez, B for Delict. Okay. All right. All right. Let's keep this conversation going. Let me bring in Court Star for this to continue on the Delict convo. Big up Court Star.
What's going on? Is the audio okay?
The audio is audioing, bro. Yes. 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 So are you on the road again?
Always, always.
This guy, are you pushing packs or what? Okay, anyway.
Oh, hey, calma, tranquilo.
Sorry, I didn't think about it. Okay.
I'm a gas engineer, but I work in central London, but I live on the outskirts of London. That's why I've
Got it. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Delict. Delict, 95% passing accuracy. He won all his duels. He did.
there's a tune for Dilly, isn't there? Isn't there?
Oh!
Someone wrote it. I'm just saying.
Just give it Delict. Just give it the light.
He's coming into his own as like he started a little bit shaky, but he's showing his levels.
Yeah.
As that central centre back.
Yeah, solid performance. Honestly, I think he's a good marshal. And for me, I want to, with Delict, bro, like he could also right now we know that the top, our performers is Onana, Mazraoui, and Ahmad, but Delict is right behind those three.
Yeah, he's like a 1B for the top performers.
Yeah,
he's like the tier below.
Yeah,
But definitely, he's not put a lot of he's done a lot well this season.
Mm-hmm. He played for less than 60 minutes. So, what? Anything else that you want to add on him before we go to Mazraoui?
Nah, nothing. I like the squad rotation as well. I have to say that, as in I know that this is just talking about the lit, but I like the fact that he brought Maguire on. I like the fact that it's he's using the full squad.
Yeah.
Because as we go further into, because I was surprised when I saw that front three. I know I'm slightly off tangent, but I was surprised when I saw that front three. But I was like, actually, no, this is a good thing because it means that it's not just here's our starting 11 and they play all of the games. So when he brought the lit off, I was like, oh, that's a good thing because Maguire can work in the system as well.
Thanks. And Maguire needs some game time too. So
Exactly.
He might come in clutch if we get that. We need to get that moment where we need to close down the game at the Emirates. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen at the Emirates?
Well, Maguire corner. Maguire scoring from a corner at the Emirates.
Oh my God! I'll be there for that one, bro. Maguire corner.
If we beat them,
yo.
I know that it's too soon to talk. I'm sure you got a preview show coming.
Yes.
My boss is an Arsenal fan, and I've been starting I called him today about work, and as he was about to put the phone down, I just said, "Be ready for Wednesday." That's all I said to him, and then I was like, "I'm starting already.
Be ready." Okay, all right. So let's talk about. So Mazraoui's an A, right? Yale says that, and I agree.
You know what? Have you got a spreadsheet for the Arsenal game? Just put Mazraoui A again, because we know they're gonna do it. When you just slide it across, and then you can get all on Excel, and you could just slide it across. Just put all A for the rest of the season.
It does feel like that, though.
Oh, he's the best signing in the league this summer. What, 12 million? And he'll get into any team in the Premier League for 12 million.
Yeah, bro. So
the guy had the heart problem, came back straight away.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Reliable.
You see, every time he gets the ball, it's like, oh, you're chilled. And it's not just he can do it going forward. His defensive positioning. It's that right hand side with him at right centre back, Ahmad at right wing back. I'm liking that connection. Now, when young Euro comes back, I'm thinking that's going to change a bit.
Yes.
We might see him a bit in a wing back position. But the thing is, we know he can work there too. Because we know he can play anywhere.
What position can't he play? Go.
I want to put him up front one game just to see something. One game. I'll speak to Ruben. I want to see Ruben, just one game. I beg you put him up front. Just let him do his thing.
Let him cook. Let's see what you know. I bet he can do a good job, bro. All right. So okay. So it's an A for Mazraoui. Let's go to Amad Diallo.
It's an A plus, in it,
bro.
The thing, and I'll be real. I've only watched extended highlights. I can't over here. I wasn't able to watch the game. And I couldn't, because it wasn't on TV coverage over here. It's hard to try and find the full 90. So it's just extended highlights. But most things good that came through that game came through Diallo. Now, you are moving a little bit mad with comparing him to the short Argentinian brother. That needs to be spoken about a little bit. Because I don't know what.
I did it for dramatic effect, for banter, bro.
Okay, for content. I allow you. Because sometimes what people say on this chat, because even a Balitech comment of Onana's the best ball-playing goalkeeper in the world, I rate Onana, but saying that, have you seen the mid, I've put in the comments, that mid and long range passing is a bit questionable sometimes.
It needs to be worked on. That's true. And you know me, I allow a lot of things, but I was like,
you're an enabler. You're an enabler.
Accomplice. Anyway, okay.
But definitely Diallo A plus.
All right. One last player, and then I'll bring in men like Kadi in the building or Doctor. So, what are you saying about Dallo? Dallo was playing left wing back next to my
left wing back.
You know,
I don't know if it's because I'm still scarred. I don't know. Again, like in the extended highlights that I watched, I didn't really see a lot of him. He's been a bit shaky this season. To be fair, it's hard for me to give a rating to it because I didn't watch the full game, so you might have to bring someone in.
Yeah, let's bring in. Let's ask Kani, my bro.
Yo, what's good?
Wake up, bro. You watched the full game. You didn't watch the extended highlights like Codstar, you know. And I'll tell you right now that, like, for me, comparing this Dallo from last game to, say, versus Ipswich, he was much better. He was more disciplined, and he made I think there was like one really good run. I'm struggling to remember like a
that should tell you something.
Yeah.
If you're struggling to remember, that should tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't as bad as the game before, but he still wasn't, you know, like he still wasn't prolific, you know.
Okay. So let's just characterize it as decent. Let's just say decent.
No, because we won 4-0, let's just give C as the last one for everybody. D is a bit of like a stretch. Boy, that was 4-0, bro. It's all good.
So
we can let it.
So you gotta let it be a B.
Let it slide. No, C. Let it slide. Okay. Yeah, let the lowest at least get a C because, bro, we got a clean sheet plus we scored 4 goals, man. At least the lowest can be a C, bro. It's a happy times for now. We're going.
We're feasting. Exactly.
We're feasting. We're eating well, bro. Why should we be?
No, I hear it. I respect it.
So even though I know he didn't do that good, but I think a C is respectable for everybody who was like, you know, shy away from doing great than the rest.
All right.
And you wait first. Wait, your allegations nearly put me in drama today.
Speak on this.
Bring back Coates.
Coates, where is he at? Oh no,
is he gone?
He went.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your man Mac N wanted to involve me in your comments about the little short Argentine being be comparing Ahmad, like I was part of it, like I said it, something like that, bro. Like where on earth? Where? I was not even there on the stream, bro. Your man is a habitual liar, bro. I've never seen. he dreams about these things and say, today I'm gonna say this and this. Bro.
Bro. I hope I explained it well at the beginning of the show that it's. I'm not saying he is Messi Costa is back, but
Mm.
like you know
Bro,
he's giving vibe.
Gods.
God,
Yeah, go on. What's going on?
Bro, were you here on the KG's stream?
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching it while
You
I was
watching?
working. I was listening while I was working.
So now this dude is one that made the allegations. I was being thrown in a
Oh yeah, because Mark was. You got
Yeah.
Rico charged because Mark was blaming Candy, but it was you that said it was.
exactly.
I'm
Literally,
sorry.
God, no, you said it. You and Bot said it. Like when, Mark? When did I say these things?
To be fair though,
No.
when Mark says something, you always have to question it. Big up
Exactly,
Mark.
bro.
Big up Mark and subscribe to Mark and MUFC fan and all that. But sometimes
Yeah.
when he says stuff with confidence, don't believe it.
Don't
Yeah.
believe it, bro. I swear, bro. That's why I was like, I swear I had to call him out. I was like, Mark is my man, with my G, we cool, but I had to call him out on that Ahmad slander, bro. Like, no way, bro. Like,
It's time for
I-
Africa right now, and maybe
exactly, bro. Ahmad is the truth,
recruiting
bro.
more Africans. Mazraoui,
People,
Ahmad,
bro.
Onana. Come on, man.
I remember, bro, coach. Do you remember when people were giving excuses for Eric Ten Hag not playing Ahmad, saying no, he's too slim, he's too weak, he's too like you? How do you know these things when you haven't played the guy? You haven't
Can
given
he?
the guy a chance.
Can he? There's a guy whose camera's there in the top left-hand corner who
Yeah,
used to defend a lot of Ten Hag's moves. I'm just saying. I don't know names. I'm not saying names. But there's a guy
Bro.
there who used to defend a lot of the
I know
the
what you
madness that
mean,
went
bro.
on.
I know what
You know-
you mean,
But
bro.
you know what's mad? Do you know what's
Yeah.
mad? It's not even the and do you remember when he played Omari Forson over Diallo?
Bro. you know, Ten Hag was on another planet, bro. I don't know.
The thing about it is like this. It's like sometimes you can be a good coach, but if you don't recognize the real persona and personality of your players, you're actually also gonna fail in assessing them.
No, boats.
Listen.
Yeah.
There's players that are bad trainers, but when
Mm.
they're on the pitch, they are turn up a level. There's players
Yeah.
that it's just like you won't expect Ahmad to maybe like. Of course, you want him to give 100% in training, but maybe he could be somebody that's not like that. But a really good manager knows that players to that extent and says it's okay if I'm saving 70% right now on the pitch. He's gonna give me 100. And unfortunately, I feel like Ten Hag was obsessed with the Anthony project because Anthony was his buy. They spent some time, spent some money to get him, and that's why he really didn't rate Ahmad as much as like I would have wanted him to rate Ahmad. But
Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously the
Go ahead.
sample size is small because we've not seen lots of Ahmad.
yeah,
But
yeah.
would you say that Ahmad is better doing what we expected Jadon Sancho to do in the United shirt?
Ooh.
Absolutely, bro.
100%.
With less games too. 110%, bro.
Yeah.
I can just
100%.
imagine how far, given more playing time, given a good coaching system behind him that we have now, what else he's going to do? He's going to cause a madness in the league, and he's up for it. He's up for it. Jadon Sancho, no, bro. Like the work rate going back, Jadon Sancho couldn't run back even just to track his man, bro.
Yeah.
We were pulling our hairs, bro, over Jadon Sancho, bro. He can't.
True.
Ahmad is one of those players that gives the 100 on the pitch. He leaves it there. You know what I'm saying? That
100%.
If you see in the last few games, if you go back to the who did we play? Pauk. When we beat Pauk.
Yeah.
Presses the defender, wins the ball back, scores a goal. You go to the Everton. You go to the 2 goals against Everton, where he's pressing, his defensive intensity wins us the ball, leads to goals. So the off the ball, it's not just the on the ball stuff; it's the off the ball intensity as well. Because I would have never expected him to be the wing back, to be honest.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Me neither. Because I was thinking it was gonna be Mazarawi and Dalot. Like I was thinking like that, and then have him come in. In the beginning when this was starting, I was like, maybe to be Dalot and Mazarawi that would be playing the two wing backs, and then have Bruno as a 10 with somebody else there, those two tens. But for Ahmad, I think he just decided to this is my chance because this is a new manager. If he's gonna give me a chance, I'm gonna grab it with both arms and just gracefully run with it. And boy, is he doing it great, bro.
Yeah. Look at Yale's comment says, I remember a few weeks ago when we had Eric Ten Hag as manager, Ahmad looked so upset. Ruud tried to calm him down, but
that was the time when Anthony came on as a sub. I can't remember who we were playing.
Yeah,
Anthony came on as a sub.
An injury to Anthony.
And got injured, and then Diallo came on after him and was looking set. He looked like, when you got told off by your parents, but you're still at the family gathering. So you can't be not but you got to pretend like you're happy, but you're there with your screw face. That's what you look like.
Totally. All right.
There's guests around. You gotta hold it down. But
all right. Let's go to Casemiro and Meno. We'll come back to you, Ahmad. I'm curious what the doctor has to say about this, but I also want to finish the grades. So let's go to Casemiro.
I'll let Coach do that. I'm biased with Casemiro. Let me do Ahmad. I was impressed. Sorry, not Ahmad, but Kobe.
Meno. Yeah.
Casemiro, I'm very biased. Bro, I'm team Casemiro all the way. I might mess around and give him an A right now.
Get out of here. That was not an A performance, but yes. All right, Meno. Meno's come back from injury. And,
Kobe for me Kobe is a B. He came back from injury. He hasn't played so many games, played 60. He did his job, bro. He did his job, So if he can continue from that, bro, our team, the squad depth looks amazing still, bro. Even though we're complaining or looking like Amorim should bring in players, he still has inherited a squad that's rich with talent, if you ask me. So I'll definitely, if maybe I'm being too excited with the B, I don't mind the C plus,
Yeah,
I think I'll bring him down to a C plus.
Yeah, it was a quiet night. It was a quiet night for Kobe. I think he actually, after he got the yellow, he had another challenge that he apologized for. And, he was all right. He was all right. So I'd give him the C, and say good performance. But we all know that he can be better.
I agree. I'll bring him down to a C. I agree. But it wasn't that type of performance where I can say, oh my God, you can tell this person has been away for them ones it didn't drop a stinker at all.
No.
Yeah,
it wasn't a stinker by no means. And the midfield was not looking too exposed as well. Big up Vegeta for that comment as well. Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A walk in the park, Okay, so Uncle Miro, let the agenda.
Let the agenda. I'll give him a B because it's the one that if the midfield looked all right, give the big man a B, bro. Casemiro is just class, bro. I don't know why people hate on him because of what? His salary or what? Once we put proper players around him.
Listen, Dwight McNeil had a good game, bro, and he was meshed up against Casemiro a lot of times. Come on now, let's be real.
But then let's give them all C's in the midfield, right? Because for me, I think the game was won in the right flank because of Ahmad.
A C is justified. A C is
justified. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah. I feel like Dwight McNeil looked good for a few, 2-3 moments I remember, but it fortunately didn't lead to anything crazy, right? But Casemiro and Meno, I like that pairing. I'll leave it at that. Quartz, if you have anything to add on the midfield, please do so now, and then we'll move on. I'll bring in Doctor.
The midfield was okay. It was I think the ratings are good. It was good.
The C's are all right.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's bring in Dr. NHS for this one. Let's see what Doctor got to say. How you doing, Doctor?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Hello?
lovely. I'm chilling. Um,
Oh yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, we had Bruno, Rashford, and Jay Z. Bow,
Xerxes.
bow, 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 bow.
Uh,
So what to start
um.
with?
Let's go with Xerxes. Now, this is the kind. You see how he was playing in the Everton game. For the first couple of minutes, obviously he looked a bit nervous and stuff like that. But
Mm,
I'm going to have to say this is the kind of game we want him to play. You know what I mean? Like he has to
Yes.
be confident in himself. He has to be just. I feel like he's getting what Ruben is trying to teach him, and
Mm,
now he has to just implement it and stay consistent. And yesterday he said something about being about the criticism he's been getting, like he's like something about, like, I'm paraphrasing here, guys, so don't quote me on that.
yeah.
Like it's making him a stronger person, and when as a team, something like when stronger people are gathered around, they bond together.
Mm,
So I'm seeing like his mentality is changing. So I'm
mm,
gonna give him for yesterday's game.
mm.
He's getting a B.
A B.
Yes. I fully expect him to be better and to score more goals. Like
A brace. He was one goal away from a hat trick.
now it's maybe because I expect more from him.
He contributed to
And
the goal
plus,
that Rashford scored. You remember
yes.
the
Okay,
ping
do you know
pass?
what?
Doctor.
Okay, fine. I'll give him an A. It was more a B
Thank
plus, but it's
you.
fine. You know,
What is this?
do you know what? His Nigerian side is giving him the A because of the
Oh, he's
African
got
tax.
Nigerian roots in there. Africa tax is heavy, says Mark.
You know what? And let
Anybody
me
with
just say,
African roots gets an A. A for Africa, man. Walk out.
Kobe is Ghanaian. Look, Kobe is Ghanaian. He just so happens to play for England, so you better switch it to an A too.
That is too funny. Oh gosh. Okay, all right. We acknowledge the
Look,
break. We acknowledge the key pass as
do
well.
you, do you know what? At this point, give Rashford and Bruno both A's too.
No, okay, no. Let's be serious. Are you? No, doctor, come on.
Of course, I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, all right. I never pick up sarcasm. You know that. All right, okay.
I
So
know I can't even deliver it properly,
you this was
guys.
a fail. The person who can't
We're
deliver it
both
is we're in the mud. Okay, all right.
way in the mud.
Bruno Fernandez. Let's start with Captain
Ah,
Bruno.
Bruno was doing Bruno things. B.
Bruno
I
doing
mean,
Bruno things. B.
even though he came off right, he
Mm,
came off
mm.
and he was having. Was it this game? He had an ice pack on his foot.
Yeah. He came off. I think 65th minute or somewhere.
Yeah.
around
Do you
there.
know? Do you know? I think Mazraoui is slowly replacing Bruno as the Mr. Consistent, never missing a game, never. You know,
You are
the thought came
yo
into my head.
yes. Mazraoui is actually possibly. You're right. He is looking a little bit more consistent, especially making himself available and also giving the great performances too. You're
Yeah,
onto something. Okay, so you're saying Bruno a B, if I heard you correctly.
yeah.
Okay.
Now Rashford, I don't know, because they'll say I'm hating on him if I give him anything lower than a B.
Let
So
us Bali Tech, because he's in here with us. Bali Tech, you want to lead us on Rashford? Bruno an A, says Yale. Oh, and Balitek jumps out. let's get Cuddy.
Yo, what's good?
Rashford, sir. We're talking about
B plus. 2 goals.
okay.
That's not bad. I know people want to hate on Rashford, but I mean, he scored 2 goals. He was better. I saw him tracking back. It was a better Rashford. He was smiling, guys. A smile alone from Rashford should get him a B.
This guy sending him for that. He wants to give grades based on smiles. Come on, man. Yo, Balitek, you back, bro?
Yeah, bro, I'm back.
Yeah, please give us some football assessment. Not smile like this guy.
Who do you want me to give you an assessment
Mark,
on?
Marcus Rashford, bro. Marcus Rashford.
Um, okay, he scored 2 goals, and he's performing better.
Yeah.
But the coach's assessment at the end of the game is, even though he scored 2 goals, he can do more, and we all know he can do more. So, I mean, he made a good few runs that was nice, and some of his link up with Xerxes was nice.
Yes.
And the way they interchanged positions, some of that was nice. But we all know what devastating Rashford looks like. And he never really offered that in this game. But we can say maybe he's working towards it. So if I was to give him a rating, I would give him like a C.
Huh?
Like, yes, C plus, C plus, yeah.
What? C plus after
Yeah,
picking him up like that?
yeah,
No.
yeah, C plus. He scored 2 goals. Don't get me wrong, but I can't. I'm struggling to give him a B because I know that I've seen him show some crazy levels,
I
and I
have
don't
to
think
I
he's. I
have to
don't think he's
respect
there
the
yet.
chat, bro. I'm sorry, I have to respect the chat. They said Sinbin. Nah. We can see we're being hard on Bruno by giving him a B, and he wants to go all the way to C to make him on par with Dallo, Casemiro, Maino. No, man, nah. Balitek, we're judging him based on the performance versus Everton, not everything else. 2 goals and an okay performance. It's just an A. Thank you, Compose Smurf. I think it's an A. That's if we're doing minuses, it'll be A minus, you know. This crazy hate for Rashford, but give him his flowers when he actually plays good. Thank you, Yale. Thank you. For a player that we criticize a lot, he deserves yeah. Matter of fact, Bruno should be an A minus as well, you know, but Rashford, since we're trying not to do too many minuses and pluses, except for Mazraoui and Ahmad, we'll leave Rashford with an A. Let me hear what my brother has to say here. Big up Vegeta.
Bro, do you know how crazy it is? I had to put the grumpy face emoji in twice, because of the grades I'm hearing. Dude, can I
It's
just
crazy,
paint
bro.
a picture? Can I just paint a picture, right?
Yes,
I know
please.
you're trying to finish the ratings, but
Yeah.
I remember a time when we were not doing well at all, and somehow people were getting B's and A's,
Yeah.
even though we were crap. We went 4-0 and it's C. I know they can.
To be fair, he's true.
What more must they do, guys? Must they get manna from the heavens before they get A plus?
Right?
Guys, can we just give credit? It's just for this game. We're not saying that these guys are perfect or we are back. Title. No, we're saying for this game against Everton, people did their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And we must rate those jobs within the scope of this game. Take out agendas and feelings. Me, I don't like Rashford, but Rashford performed yesterday. I'm happy. Shout out to the Snow Bunny. Appreciate you.
Exactly, bro. No, thank you for bringing that balance. We'll bring in Mark in a second, but I want to also shout out Ustio number 1 who's watching on Twitch. Says, "Hey, awesome stream! I'm really enjoying this game. and would love to stay connected and support your channel, please come to YouTube and support Football Power Hour. By the way, shout out to yourself, Ustio number one. And yeah, I'll add you on Discord. So okay, so um, any notable substitutions that we have to give some flowers to? Like we saw Maguire come in, Luke Shaw, we saw Ganacho, we saw Money Mace, we saw Ugarte. Who do we want to big up Vegeta from any of those, or Doctor?
Uh, they're all the same to me. I mean, they did what had to be done. Bees all around, maybe. I don't know.
Can I be honest? This is another part
Yeah.
where I'm like, let's not let the negativity of the past affect us. Because remember, back in the day when we made substitutions, right? That the level would almost drop off. These guys did their job, bro. Let's be honest. We had to rest
Yeah,
players. We said people. No,
I'm
no, no,
not.
doctor. Let me just say.
Okay.
I'm not saying you. I'm just giving my analysis on the
Yeah.
substitutions.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Everybody can say what they. I'm just saying the way I saw it is, in the past, whenever we brought on second team people or the subs, it's almost as if the team stopped doing its job. And who I would give more credit to is Ruben, because somehow we are putting these guys in and they're doing their job. We're not seeing a drop off. And I'm happy with that. You know, sometimes subs don't have to be super subs. They just
Super
need to
sub.
come in and keep doing the job that the other guy was doing, or at least maintain the level. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't concede goals unnecessarily. If you score a goal, perfect. But let's just see the game out. That's the job of the subs. Because the other guys can't play 90 minutes week in, week out. And in that regard, I think they did a superb job. All of them. It was a C. Happy with it.
All right, C's for all the subs from Vegeta. Let's hear how Mark feels about this, because I know he's bigging up Ugarte. Big up, Mark.
Big up, guys. What's good? Good
Yeah.
night. I'm just looking at this team sheet thing here. It's
Before you
interesting.
get to the grades, just talk about first the subs.
I think the subs were just like Vegeta said. This is just my opinion on substitutes. They come in, they should give us similar performance to that of the starters because currently, and I'll be very honest, no one in this team is a staple starter, bro. They ain't done it yet. None of them
Yeah.
ain't win us no titles yet. They're just playing good in some games. Some of them better in more games. Some of them more consistent. When everybody get to a level of consistency over the next 10, probably more games, we will start to see who's the real men or who's the real starters or who or whoever. But in my honest opinion, bro, we have a squad. So whoever come on and start, do the job. Whoever come on as a sub, do your job. Simple thing.
Okay.
Everybody get honorable mention because United win or United perform. At the end of the day, if the starting 11 lose the game, the subs lose the game. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah. 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 I
Imagine
hear
this.
what you say.
Birthdays are good. Birthdays are good for people. Mark.
The
All right.
cake has brought some sense a little bit.
What up?
Bro, no, that's true. I think nobody's is a straight up starter, but Onana feels like his you
Well, I
know
mean,
you know
easy number one goalkeeper, bro. So that don't really change just like that. You know what I
so
mean? For
so
me,
that's there. Like Yale has pointed out that only four players have played every game, and that's Mazarawi, Bruno Delict, and Onana. And I
And
think
all of them have been superb, bro. Look at the names. Like Onana, the
yeah,
most clean sheets. Mazarawi, the most consistent player, bro. De
yeah,
Ligt is doing such a good job under this manager. You don't even see him doing his job, bro. He's just
yeah.
getting on with his business. And Bruno, bro, is proving that it was just a lapse in form. Like people were just too
doing
quick.
madness. You know, Vegeta, bro. To be honest, and I'll say this, man might be mad, bro, when I say this, but I feel like the team, bro, was always going to start a team given time. You know what I mean? And I feel like, despite what men would say, I would feel like, okay, whether or not is we would blame all the bad performances on the old manager or the new manager, I just feel like this team starting to team, whether it was and is a good thing. You know what I mean? I just think it's a
Mhm.
good thing they starting the team because realistically, bro, our defense has not been shit this season.
Mm.
There's only been a few games where we concede multiple goals, right? Most and if you look at the table, we're not any out of the top 10 in terms of goals conceded. We have in the 10 teams that conceded least goals. You know what I mean? So for me, it's more like the attack start to find form, start to find clinicality, which
Yeah.
really is what making the team look good. Because let me be real, we was always creating multiple chances and missing, and this is why we was complaining all the time on certain players, and this is why we started to say, well, this player selfish because he probably could have passed. He went it all by himself. All these things. It was mainly the attack that was the biggest problem in the team from the beginning of the season, bro. Realistically,
Mm.
you know what I mean. So
So,
now, now that they're all finding a little clinicality and little chemistry and thing, I happy, bro.
sure. Okay, all right. Last grade that we gotta give, by the way, is to Ruben Amorim and Bali Tech. What would you say about Ruben Amorim after 4-0 win?
Well, he coached a 4-0 win, so it's an A plus
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt. He's bringing 4-0s back to Old Trafford in the Premier League.
That
Something.
man is making football so beautiful to watch again, bro. You know, it's so nice to just relax in a game of football. Not this thing of having a heart attack every game.
Yeah.
Next thing we need to call better help just to calm our nerves down. So if all of these people are busy getting A's and B's here, then Ruben is got to have the highest grade because he's the reason this is happening right now.
100%.
One
Yeah.
one thing I want to say about them grades though, I just
Yes.
feel like we not do the extra now. See them all them million pluses and thing that I'm at see. Unless oh no, because it was because let me be honest, although he was man of the match, he wasn't man of the first half. By no means. By no
Mars,
long shot.
time for Africa, bro. Just let
Mark
Africa
saw
Look,
work
I
Ahmad
was in
and
the museum tour
calm
tonight, right?
down.
And there's no Africa kits in the museum tour. I just wanted to know that. But there might be one soon. You know what I mean? There might be one
Okay.
soon. You never know. Hopefully. We do hope so. There will be many because officially we have multiple players from Africa now. So hopefully they all get into the Hall of Legends, like the Trini player that it have. Dwight York. You know what I mean?
I hear you. So all right. So what are you gonna say now about so all right, we talked about the substitutions being good, none of them really like stood out more than anybody else and everything. But can we say anything about Everton and Sean Dyche? You
I,
know,
I think I think in the first 25 minutes there was
yeah,
competitive. The first 25, 30 minutes was super competitive because United wasn't in total control of the first 30 minutes of the game. And then we score. And the game changed. When we score,
yeah,
of course we had multiple chances to score before that, but when we did score, it kind of changed the game. You know what I mean? Everton did get a good chance after that to equalize, but then we came and we score again. And I think after I think the quickness of the goal in the second half from Rashford and them, that goal was so fast. I just sit down back in my seat, bro. And by the time I look up his goal, you know, and for me, I think that killed the game off. And
yeah,
this is what we always wanted from the team. You're creating multiple chances of goal, score them
true,
so that we
true,
could win the game and make subs.
true.
Amarim though had to get a big plus for the fact that he's rotate 4 or 5 subs a game. I
Mm,
always was a big fan of using all the substitutes because what's the point of keeping substitutes back?
yeah. Doctor, did you notice Ashley Young in in there? Like, guys, Young played.
Yeah.
That villain,
Do you know
bro.
what?
Yeah,
I forgot he was even still playing. So I saw him on the play sheet and I was like, oh my god, this guy's still alive and
yeah,
playing.
With the
Well,
hairline.
thank
He's got
God
a
for him.
hairline. Did you see that?
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's great to see him play.
yeah.
But unfortunately, it looks like Everton will get relegated and Brentford will follow them down to relegation. Thank God we didn't spend all that money on him because he was over. Like, what was happening? You know?
So
He's not even, how we paid what? 12, 13 million pounds for
Mazraoui,
Mazarawi, right?
yeah.
None. Next time, he's maybe worth a 5
Mm,
million
No, the
because
problem is
you
Braithwaite.
can't tell me he's
Wait,
better
no.
than Mazarawi.
Doctor, did you just say Braithwaite is worth 5 million?
Yes, I said it with my chest
No, I understand what Doctor is saying. You know
because he's
these
not better
Everton
than
guys.
Mazarawi.
These Everton guys thought that this was Richard Arnold and them, and they thought it was Maguire next time with their
Let me be
70
real
million.
honest now,
Yeah,
Dr.
and I'm so
Freddy ain't
happy. And me,
Maserati.
I'm so happy that he dropped a stinker yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Because
because he's
I
the
think it was
player that was.
I was enjoying watching him. Not like I'm like, oh my god, this is the guy they were trying to give us for 80 mil,
Damn.
This
dangling
guy
him
that
as if
Papi and
he's
them
like,
men wanted so bad, bro.
No,
Certain man
no,
them,
Mark, do not implicate me in Braithwaite. I did not want him.
Never in the
certain
history of
man them
me,
wanted them talk playing
Botswana. I
mad
kept on
on the
Max,
screen. No.
I did some
Max,
research
bro.
on him,
I
just
kept
let me
on,
be clear.
bro.
Listen,
These guys were talking about no, Delict is crap. I was we're here advocating for Delict.
Yeah,
Thank
then, no,
Get
I'm not
you.
talking about
Matthias
Thank
you,
you.
Delect.
Kanye.
I
I
was also
somehow
there.
remember that my boy
I
Bots
was also there. Your
and my
people tried
friend the
to
doctor
convince us.
above now. You know, the
Hey,
doctor
you
and
man.
Bots somehow I
saying
feel like
what?
they were in for this brother now, Brantweet. They didn't want Maserati.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
Sin bin done accusations.
Accusations,
No birthday
I
boy.
don't
Nah.
bro.
ever
Are you saying
remember
Has
saying
he
are you
done
saying
a
that
March
he put
classic after we
fabrication
just took?
Romano?
I thought he had reformed this new year. Like he's supposed to say less fabrications. Come on.
Wait,
Nah.
no, sorry,
No, bro,
sorry,
that's
sorry,
certain
one
man
sec.
them
Did
in the
you guys
states
Where's
say
that
my
coach?
Bromway
wanted
is not
Where's
worth
Brantweet.
5 million?
no?
Doctor
We're saying
said Doctor said Brentwaite is worth 5 million.
No, today.
she was being sarcastic,
Come on
comparing
now,
to
man.
how much we paid.
Let's be real. Let's be real. You can't fully judge him based on that bad Everton team. Like, I'm not saying
Bro,
that I wanted to
bro,
sign him for the price.
Courts,
I'm not saying that he's
Courts,
worth what. I'm
Courts. You
saying
know,
he's
use
worth.
one of those
He's a
men them
20 million
I was
pound.
talking
Let's
about.
be real. He's a 20 million pound centre back. 20
No,
to
let's
30
be
Yeah,
million
real.
pound.
that I
He's
agree.
he's a
20
bottom of the
maximum
table centre
27,
back. He could stay
25
there.
center backs.
So when
25 million.
Roy Keane got relegated with Nottingham Forest, should
No,
we have
Roy
stayed
Keane
away
was a
from
big
him?
player, bro. He wasn't the reason
no,
Forest
like
lose. He wasn't part of the problems.
Hey,
Listen,
you know
I
what?
just
Roy
saying
wow.
this
Keane was very
because
good.
last
Like,
season the
What's
same
Brentford
man
should have
them
been
them
top
So
six
say
when
this
it's not
what
so
was
good.
when
the bug?
Robertson
Don't
Sitting
signed
bring Roy
for
down
Keane into
like we
this.
4
can't just
times
do
in
this
one
whole
game.
they
Let's
play
not
for the bottom
sound
team.
this
Nah,
show
I'm not
They're
show.
doing this,
rubbish.
bro. You see, this is what happened in the
Yo,
summer when people were
Courts,
trying to convince
Courts,
us of this Brentford guy.
Courts, hear
Nah,
me out now,
Mazana, we
Courts.
finished. Why did he move around? Nah, bro, this Brentford guy is dead, bro. Nah, I don't want to
I
hear it.
know, going
I don't
crazy.
want this
But
guy anywhere
Oh
Courts,
my
near
god, the,
Manchester
Courts, hear
the
United,
me.
bro.
comments?
Courts, hear me out now, bro.
I'm
Hear me,
listening.
bro.
I'm listening. I'm
All I'm
here.
saying is this, right? Brantwaite is a player, but when the same Garnacho sit him down 4 times in the first half of the game last season, why it is man them still wanted to buy him? If Garnacho not good, he not technically gifted like Ahmad, and he could sit Brantwaite down 4 times and a half. The
I
ref
feel
only
like that's
felt
more
sorry for him
about
and
your
didn't give two
Diallo.
penalties. Just remember.
Yeah, that's it's an argument for Diallo more than like an argument against Braithwaite, Mark. Come on.
Bro, no, it's an argument
Brentford
against
is
But the
Coach,
thing
what
only
did
is,
you
Diallo. You're
like,
not
say?
I'm
twenty-one.
talking
not
about
saying that
what
He's
about
Coach,
only
what
Brentford.
did you say?
Brent,
Say
21.
that again,
what
bro.
about I not even want to put Ahmad against
exactly,
Brantwaite
he's a
because if
young
Ahmad
centre
go
back.
all the
He's got
technical ability he have, he
experience.
will kill him. He
Hmm.
might break his leg trying to twist wrong to catch Ahmad. So that's why I use
I'm happy for
Garnacho because
Brentford.
man them say he
He
not
can
tech.
go play for Villa. They need him. Maybe West Ham, not us. Stay away from us. We don't need you.
So just to clarify, if Everton get relegated, you guys wouldn't take Bromway for 15 to 20 million.
God forbid.
No,
Hell
No,
no.
no.
he
I'm
should go
taking him.
to
I'm
Ain't no
taking
way in
him.
hell. Ain't
20
no
I'm
way in
mil, I'm
hell.
taking him.
Penny,
go
me
to
and
like
my
a
Zambian
Villa
brother right
club
there.
or something like that.
Chapolo Polo
Bro,
and all that. Yeah,
exactly, bro. We're taking him, bro. Coach, bro, that let's not
yeah.
disrespect
And
as
then
if he's not a good player, bro. Yeah.
when if he does sign and he does well, we just go Don Chikubeba.
Don't Shkubeba. Wait, don't Shkubeba.
You see, these ones are adding the text. I knew it.
Bro,
These
He's
Americans,
just
get
adding
out
Jesus
of
text.
here.
Christ. But
Get out of here.
you have box going
Oh,
off,
wait,
bro.
wait, 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 wait.
Look at
No.
that
Boss
kind
asked
of
the boss asked the question
classification
though
there.
about
Ahmad is
Everton.
the ultimate player in football right now.
Mark, bro, chill,
Bro, I
bro.
didn't say he's the ultimate player in
The
football.
You
Black
say
Messi
Black
thing was a
Messi, you
bit
I
know.
crazy
wanted
though.
to give him
No, I've
listen,
heard
I wanted
bare things. I've heard Messi, Dino. I've heard everything today. I've
The
heard it
Black
all.
Messi was a bit mad, bro. When you say
When
that,
I
I
when
say,
I
bro,
heard
It was
Messi
for granted.
video, I said,
No,
Bro,
it was
man,
yo.
them like this forget
Vegeta,
Messi from
Vegeta, it was for
Argentina, you know.
content. You were asking something important. You were asking something else, Vegeta, that I forgot now. Like because everybody's talking about Black Messi. Well, what did you
no, no,
say?
no, no. I was just gonna paint another picture because
Yeah.
United fans, we always say things and we think people are gonna forget. I remember when we were underneath a certain manager and people were like, "Ooh, Everton is scoring more goals. They're looking better than us." Today we beat them 4-0. It's just Everton. Okay, that's nice. I like how this revisionism thing happens.
Remember, I said it was just Everton earlier on this weekend when everybody was fair, and I say we was going to score 4. So I could come with chess and talk my talk because I said it. I don't know about other man them. You know what I mean? So if you didn't have chess before, you can't have it chess now. You gotta have chess from the jump.
Well, we got Arsenal on Wednesday, so that's where if we beat them, that's when we can have chest.
Facts.
If we
I'm
beat
going for
Arsenal,
3-1
City,
against Arsenal. See
if
the
we beat
scoreline they
them,
beat we at the
City
Emirates
will
last
be.
year. We go and flip it on them. Because this
City.
time we go be on site to score the goals. And this time, when Gabriel tried to rugby tackle Hoyland and drag him down like a dog, right?
Don't
Hoyland
hold your breath,
go push
bro.
him off with a
Those
palm
refs, don't
and
hold your
turn on
breath.
him
Hear me
and
out.
bag a goal. Watch.
I've got a rogue take. I've got a rogue take for the
Uh,
Arsenal game.
okay.
Okay.
Would you consider starting Maguire to do with the set pieces? I can't work out if I would.
I don't
I'm not
I don't
mad
hate
at
you
that.
for that comment.
As a
Because
dirty
their
Tiger,
set
I
pieces
kind
are
of see it.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I kind of
I
see it.
wouldn't say no, bro, because I feel like this Maguire thing, people are still in that era of Maguire. He might no, bro.
In a
Maguire's
back three,
okay. He
Maguire
can do
good.
a job, bro. He can do a
But
job. But being
yeah,
a back,
like coach, I think it would be a good. It can work. It can be a good thing because having Maguire and De Ligt there would be solid. Because
It will be Delete
let's
and
not take
Maguire
it
though.
twisted. Arsenal will come at us hard, like pause, but they'll
Very good.
come.
pause. Hey,
Like
yo.
I'd
What's
rather
that
they'll
called?
give
they'll
Euro
come.
a chance.
Victor manager.
Jesus.
I'd rather give
But you
Euro a chance than
when
Maguire,
the
though.
pause,
No,
To
but
listen,
be
the
you're
fair,
etiquette of
to
pause
be
is that when
fair, I
somebody
would say
that says
this.
it and goes pause, you move on. You don't
I,
jump up and go, oh, hey. It's only when you
Kani,
forget to say the pause. I said the pause
Kani,
because I knew what I was saying can be eluded
Have
like
you
that.
no pride? Have you no discipline? Have you no focus? Get your stuff together, young man.
Kani.
I'm
All I would
shocked
Yo,
say
that
is this,
people
bro.
would
I don't
rather
think
see
Maguire
Maguire
will
than
play
Euro.
with Delete. I
Euro's
think he'll
not
be
fit
either
though.
one or the
Euro's
other.
sorry,
not
I'm not
fit.
listening. Who's talking?
Euro is still a maybe.
He was
Euro
Euro
not
is
is a,
still a
is a
he was
maybe.
here.
possibility because
Wait,
Euro
you
Maguire
is
wanna
did say
take
he would
Euro
take his
from
time, but
injury
you never
straight into
know.
He's a
Arsenal?
maybe.
That's a little bit
I
hectic.
kind of feel
Legit,
it
in the
might be a good
conference
time to bring
today,
him back
Ruben.
because the last game he played was against Arsenal and he was doing the business.
No, but
Yeah.
guys, it's from injury just to play him. Like we just like seeing people
Anyway,
injured.
I
But
got
he
a bounce.
been
Big
back,
up on
bro.
the
He
Guys,
been
panel.
back a month, bro. He
guys,
been back in
guys,
training a month now.
let's
Yo,
save
coach, big up, big up.
big
Are
up
you
coach. Stay safe on the road, by the
Big
way.
up courts.
Make sure you arrive alive.
Ciao.
And guys, let's save this conversation for the preview versus Arsenal. What the
absolutely?
conversation is already going there. So I want to say big up to you
Yeah.
guys, Vegeta, big up Mark, big up Buddy Tech, Kani, and Doctor, and everybody too that is in the chat that contributed to this lovely stream and that has hit the like button. Please stop the false allegations. You, Pav, you, Mark. I'm looking at you guys, and I am saying, please.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations.